I painted more walls than I can count at this point, and the pattern I keep seeing is the same one every time. Somebody picks a color based on a 2-inch swatch under fluorescent lighting in a store that looks nothing like their home. And then the walls go up, and the reaction, well, it's always the same. It looked completely different in the store. Here's the thing. Paint is the single most affordable way to make a space feel expensive. A gallon of premium paint runs $50 to $110 depending on the brand. Now compare that to $15,000 in cabinetry or $8,000 in countertops. And you start to realize that your paint color, well, it's doing the heavy lifting. That's per dollar, of course. It's doing more than any other thing in the room. But it only works if you pick the right one. And today, I'm gonna walk you through the only 5 paint colors I'd actually put in a luxury renovation. I've tested hundreds at this point, across kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, and primary suites. And I can tell you that most of them fall into 2 categories. Colors that make a $500,000 home look like a $5,000 home. And colors that make a $5,000 home, well, look like a rental. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 5 to use and why. Let's get into it. Before I give you the 5, I need to explain what makes paint color expensive in the first place. Because most people, well, they get this wrong. Number 1 mistake I see is pure white on the walls. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because white feels clean, feels safe. It feels like it goes with everything. But pure white, I'm talking about colors with a light reflective value above 90. It does 2 things that work against you. First, it shows every single imperfection in your drywall. Every seam, every nail pop, every texture and consistency. Second, it has no depth. It reads flat, cold, almost institutional, especially under natural light. The home that feels expensive when you walk in are never pure white. They're warm. They have undertones. You can't quite name them, but you know that they're definitely there and you can feel it. That warmth is what separates a luxury renovation from a builder grade flip. The second mistake is choosing based on trends instead of light. Your paint should be chosen based on the light your specific room gets, not based on what performed well on someone's Instagram. A color that looks incredible in a north-facing living room in Connecticut is going to look completely different in a south-facing room in Naples, Florida. I see this constantly. And the third mistake, and honestly, this is the big one, is going too gray. For the last decade, everyone went gray. Gray walls, gray floors, gray cabinets, and I get it. Gray felt modern. But what happened is, a lot of those grays had cool blue or green undertones. And over time, especially as natural light shifts throughout the day, they started reading as institutional, almost like an office building lobby. That's not the feeling you want when someone walks into your home. So with that context, here are the 5 colors I keep coming back to. Number 1, Benjamin Moore White Dove OC17. If I had to pick one single paint color for every wall in every luxury renovation I've ever done, this is it. White Dove. It's even in my own personal house. It has a light reflective value of 83, which means it's bright without being harsh. It has warm, slightly creamy undertone so that it gives it depth, but it's not yellow. It's not beige. It sits in this perfect middle ground where it reads a clean white, but just enough warmth that the room feels lived in and intentional. I use White Dove on the walls, on the trim, on the ceilings, and even cabinetry. And I'm not the only one. If you walk through a luxury home in Naples, Florida, in the Hamptons, or in Malibu, you're gonna find White Dove everywhere. And there's a reason for that. It pairs with literally everything. It never dates, and it makes every other design decision in the room look better. A gallon of Benjamin Moore Regal Select runs around $55 to $70, depending on where you are. For that kind of transformation, well, it's the best value in your entire renovation budget. Number 2, Sherwin-Williams Accessible Beige, SW7036. I know that one by heart. Now, if White Dove is the luxury white, Accessible Beige is the luxury neutral. And I want to be careful here because the word beige makes people nervous. They hear beige and they think 1990s Tuscan kitchen with faux finished walls. That's not what this is. Accessible Beige has a grayish undertone, meaning it sits between gray and beige. It reads warm and cool light, and it's balanced in warm light, which is exactly what you want in paint color. It adapts instead of fighting with the room. I use this in an open concept living space. Hallways, primary suites. It creates a sense of warmth and continuity without making any single room feel dark. And here's why it works from a contractor's perspective. When you're renovating a home with an open floor plan, you need one color that can carry across multiple rooms and multiple lighting conditions without looking like a different color in each space. Accessible beige does that better than almost everything I've tested. The resale value angle matters. Buyers walk into a home and they might not be able to tell you what color's on the wall, but they can feel when it's right. Accessible beige is the kind of color that makes buyers say, this home feels warm and inviting without ever thinking about paint. Number 3, Benjamin Moore Revere Pewter, HC-172. Revere Pewter, well, it's a color I reach for when a homeowner wants something more visual than a white or a light beige, but doesn't want to go dark. It's a warm gray with a noticeable beige and green undertone. And what that does is create a richness on the walls that you usually don't get unless you go with a much darker color. Let me put it this way. If you have a great room with 10-foot ceilings, white walls can make that space feel cavernous or cold. Revere Pewter brings the room in. It gives a sense of coziness and proportion that white just can't deliver at that scale. I use this in more dining rooms and home offices than I could count. It pairs exceptionally well with white trim, warm wood tones, and brass or gold hardware. If you're going for that transitional modern look, the one that blends warmth with clean lines, Revere Pewter, it's the foundation. Before we move forward, here's a quick thing. Everything I just walked you through, your contractor is probably not going to cover before you sign anything. So if you don't want to figure it out the hard way, I've put together a free renovation playbook built from my own experience on completed luxury projects. It covers kitchens, bathrooms, and living rooms. The 3 spaces, well, where most of the money goes and where most of the mistakes happen. Grab it before you talk to anybody. The link's in my description. Number 4, Farrow & Ball Hue Blue, number 30. Now, I'm going to say something that might surprise you. One of the 5 most expensive looking paint colors isn't natural at all. It's a deep, saturated blue-green that Farrow & Ball calls the Hue Blue. Now, here's what makes it special, and here's why it's on the list. In luxury renovations, the spaces that feel the most intentional are the ones where someone committed to a design. A powder room, a library wall, a butler pantry. These are the moments in a home tour where people will stop and say, whoa, this room is incredible. It's bold without being trendy. And that color has been in Farrow & Ball's lineup for decades, and it has not gone out of style because it's rooted in traditional design, not a social media trend cycle. Now, Farrow & Ball paint runs about $110 a gallon, which is roughly double what you pay for a Benjamin Moore. Is the paint itself twice as good? Yeah, that's debatable. But the pigment depth is different. Farrow & Ball uses a higher concentration of pigment, which means the color shifts as natural light moves through the room. And in the morning, this blue looks almost teal. By the evening, it's nearly black. And that kind of depth is what makes a room feel expensive and beautiful. The key with this is restraint. You don't want to put it everywhere. You put it in one room or one wall where it is the statement. And then you let the rest of the house breathe around it. Your white dove or your accessible beige could pair wonderfully with this one. So I have a confession. There was a period in my business where every financial system was a pile of receipts in the front of my truck, just like those I was just going through. Not very professional and very contractor of me. My accountant used to ask me, have I ever considered organizing? I said, well, I got a system. They didn't agree. Look, I know how to build stuff. Managing different income streams, vendor payments, payroll, and taxes, all from one account, trying to run a business, that's a different set of tools. Now I use Relay. It's a business banking platform, and honestly, it makes sense. Multiple accounts, so my tax money actually stays where I put it instead of mysteriously funding a lumber project. My team has their own logins. I've got full visibility, and it connects straight to QuickBooks. And my accountant, well, stop giving me that look. You can use the link in my description to sign up today for Relay. The QR code's right here on the screen. You can scan it or just click that link in my description. Built by Becker, operates on Relay. Number 5, Benjamin Moore Edgecomb Gray, HC-173. This is the last color on the list, and I've been recommending it more than any other color in 2026. It's Edgecomb Gray. This is a warm gray with a subtle beige undertone, similar to the Revere Pewter, but lighter. It sits around 63 on the LRV scale, which puts it in a sweet spot where it reads a soft, sophisticated neutral without feeling dark. What I love about Edgecomb Gray is that it's the perfect evolution for homeowners who went all gray 5 years ago, and they now realize their home feels cold. You don't need to tear everything out. You repaint with this Edgecomb Gray, and suddenly the space is warm without losing that modern feel that you were going for in the first place. It's a correction, not a complete restart. I've been using this in primary suites and living rooms across Naples projects, and the response from clients has been consistent. They walk in after that second coat goes up, and the reaction is always the same. This room just feels right. Isn't that the goal? You want your paint to disappear into the overall feeling of the space, not announce itself. And from a resale perspective, Edgecomb Gray photographs beautifully. In a market where the first showing is usually online, how your home looks in listing photos matters more than most people realize. Edgecomb Gray gives you that warm, that magazine look, and that quality that makes people want to book a showing. And for me, I always use Zach Franklin Photography for our projects. Right here in Naples, Florida. Zach Franklin Photography, the real estate photographer, the go-to photographer for all of Becker Custom Builders. Here's the thing I want you to take away from this. None of these materials are evil. Every color can work in the right context. The problem is not paint itself. The problem is the gap between what you expected and what you got. And that gap, well, it almost always comes from not understanding how light, undertones, and sheen interact with your specific space before you commit. These 5 colors work because they have been tested across hundreds of projects in different lighting conditions at different price points. And guess what? They constantly make homes feel more expensive than they actually are. And that's its value. If you're at the point where you're actually ready to start planning a project, not just watching videos about it, I've made a short video that walks through exactly how I approach a renovation from the very first conversation to the final walkthrough, and why homeowners who work directly with me come out with a completely different result than the ones that go through the contractor lotto. The link is in my description. Watch it and see if it makes sense for where you are and what you're looking for. Guys, drop a comment with what color walls you have right now and whether you'd change them after watching this video. I read all of the comments and I try to respond to most of them. Hit subscribe and there's a lot more coming. I'm Blake and thanks for watching Built by Becker.